Good morning. What's going on? What's going on? We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. Um, this topic today is a very, very important one. This is one of those videos that you want to, even if you don't have the chance to watch it right now, you want to bookmark it. Even if you've had a chance, if you have a chance to stick with me and watch it right now, you still want to bookmark it and come back to it all the time. For times and years and decades to come, because I'm going to teach you some timeless concept that's going to really help you. These are the only concept that has worked for me since for 9 years straight right now, in the middle of a very fast evolving technology driven era. Okay, which means everything changes so fast, and you really in this time you need to have some solid fundamentals measures in place to keep you maintained, keep you producing. All right. I've had a lot of ups and downs in those 9 years. And the only thing that has really worked for me over and over again is the concepts that I'm going to share with you here right now today. Yes, I'll be talking to real estate wholesalers, but you best believe that this same information is applicable to any type of business. You could be a network marketer, internet marketer, affiliate marketer, real estate wholesaler, investor, professional, real estate agent, right? Any of those things that, especially where you are um, 10 employees or lower than that, kind of company or business, right? This, what I'm about to share with you, is something that you need to learn. You need to take it to the bank. You need to master it. You need to make it the very core of your business. Okay. With that being said, my name is Ola Abitogun. I am the founder here at myEmpirePRO.com. Essentially, I do focus, my audience focus much more these days on real estate wholesalers. But frankly, my audience also span across to marketers, online marketers, home business owners that want to learn how to generate their own leads using the internet. So back in the days, it used to be you generate leads and you're good, right? But these days, generating leads can be very expensive if you're not well positioned. If your business, your funnels are not well positioned, it can be a very expensive thing that will wipe you out of business. Take it from uh, somebody who has the experience, okay? And that's why I wanted to share this particular training with you. So consider this a training, a coaching training session. It's not just one of those short videos. It may be short, I don't know, but I'm going to be here until I am done conveying the concept that I want to convey to you with regards to this. And you're going to see me taking notes right here on this Google Sheets right here. You're going to see me taking notes as I go along here. Okay. So one of the things that's going on right now, and again, just try to convey this to your business. Okay. It's applicable in your business, but you may have to just think a little bit critically. Okay. But you're probably having the same struggle, right? I'm going to cover how to avoid the epidemics of little to no deals. It's going around. People complain they don't have deals. They don't have. By the way, I apologize that I'm like an hour and 15 minutes late. It's just the nature of what we do here. Sometimes I can set a time. I set the live session because I want to make sure I deliver the message eventually. So if you have set your reminder, or if you subscribe to the channel, then obviously you will still be able to see this video. That's why if you're here for the first time, you want to make sure you subscribe to the channel because I have over 400 videos here. I can literally show you. Let me show you. Matter of fact, let me just show you. Okay. Let me show you how many videos I have on here with regards to real estate, wholesaling, real estate, and marketing. That's me live right now, right? So if I go here, all you have to do is do that, right? You search for that. Okay. This is my channel. How many videos? 463 videos. Okay. I just did this yesterday, literally in the spur of a minute. I did about 40 minutes of full-blown content that you can really benefit from. So make sure you go watch it. It's called the Smart Real Estate Wholesaling 2.0 Reading Q&A. That means a lot of it you just be reading what I'm typing, but it's a very good way to really engage yourself and pay attention to what I'm saying, because sometimes when you're listening, your attention is all over the place, right? But when you read, you actually soak in the content. So this is the first of this series. I'm going to try to do more of it, right? So make sure you subscribe. I only have 858 subscribers right now. I say only because we're trying to get that to 1 million. So subscribe so that you can get notification every time. With that being said, let's go back to what we're up to here, which is this one. Okay. So the epidemics that's going on, there's no deals. All right. Or if you're in any type of other business, you probably think there's no leads, there's no prospects to talk to, right? And if there's no leads or deals to talk to or prospects to talk to, essentially you will end up with a business that's dead. That's not really a business, right? And some people say motivated sellers have dried up. Did motivated sellers dry up and evaporate? I mean, did people stop going through divorce? Did people stop facing foreclosure? Is that really the fact? That's not the fact. You and I know that's not a fact, right? Right? Did people start dying and leaving properties, getting old and dying and leaving properties behind for their loved ones, inheritances that the loved ones may not want, right? Um, did people start having properties that's not cash flowing, like landlords that are tired, or properties with bad tenants in them? There are properties out there all over the place like that. So there's only two factors that may be stopping you from generating deals and generating leads, right? Well, it's leads that leads to deals and closed deals, right? So there's only one thing. So I'm going to talk about leads a lot, right? There's only one thing that's stopping you from being exposed to as many leads as you want, to have leads be chasing you down. Now, why are direct mailing not working anymore, right? Back in the days when I started sending my first letters in somewhere in 2005. When I sent 100 pieces of mail at the time, I would get a call back, and from every one or two calls, I would set an appointment, and that will lead to a file on my table that will end up being a closed deal, right? That was back then. But now it seems like things have dried up. And when things dry up, it's only wussies that run away from it as opposed to figure out what is going on. Because really, what's happening is the market is shifting. Okay. So, how do you protect yourself from a shifting market? That's what I want to talk to you about today. Okay. How do you protect yourself from a market that's shifting? Well, first of all, there's no such thing as a market that doesn't shift. Every market will shift, but some shift faster than the other, and it's shifting and it's going in upward direction. That means it's shifting faster than ever before. Why? Because innovation of new technology is just that fast. So that affects everything with regards to how people respond to marketing information. As a real estate wholesaler, as a network marketer, guess what you are primarily? You're not a networker, you're a marketer. Okay? You don't make your money from networking. Networking can help. Okay, it can help with your conversions. It can help make you some friends, maybe, because I was having a conversation about with some people talking about they're making friends, they make friends in the industry. That's cool and dandy. I love making friends in the industry too. I make friends. I've had a lot of my friends in the industry. A lot of my friends till today are friends in the industry, but I'm not delusional. Okay, if all of a sudden my friends stop talking to me because I'm not producing any longer, I'm not delusional. That makes complete sense because humans are humans, and the only people you can trust in this world is God. That's it. Okay, and yourself. Hopefully, you trust yourself. You believe in yourself, right? Does that stop me from making friends? That doesn't stop me from making friends. I have friends. I just don't. I'm not delusional, okay? I don't get soaked up in that and get overly consumed by that. If I can help, I help. If I can't help, then I just can't help. If someone can help, they help me. If they can't help, I will respect that and I'll keep it moving because at the end of the day, it's my responsibility. My own welfare, my business welfare is my responsibility, including the networking part of it and making friends, of course. But we got to find balance in all of this, and we can't be too kumbaya about it. Learning the skill set that's going to take you to make money in this game, it's your responsibility. It's not the responsibility of the guru that you work with, in spite of the fact that you may have paid them 40 grand or 100 grand in the past. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You paid for it because you thought there was value in it. You probably got some value, but the value probably wasn't as big as you thought it was going to be. That's okay. It's a learning journey. Okay. It's a journey. Okay. So, but you're here right now. So kudos to you. That means you're still trying to learn everything you can learn. Okay. So I was talking about market shift. The only thing that's inevitable in life is change. That's what a market shift is. Okay. So when you hear there's no deals, I can't find deals. I'm driving for dollars, but I can't find deals. Well, I found a house, a really nice house on the corner. I think it's going to be a good deal. Well, what do you mean? Right? It's just a house on the corner. There's a ton of them, right? What you need is people. There's not houses. Houses comes with the people. If you don't have motivated sellers, you're not going to close deals. If you don't have people being attracted to your business, you can't close deals. Okay? That now the people may come with a product. The product could be them themselves. They may be looking to invest in themselves if you're in a coaching business, or they may be looking to get rid of a property. That means it comes with the house. It's the same concept, but really the really commonality between all those two is people. Is people, product, process. Product, people, process. It's 3 P's. Okay, if you get those three together and you have it seamlessly arranged together in your business, you will continue to close deals. But here's where you're missing the game when I say, did motivated sellers dry up and evaporate? If you were asking that question, here's what you're missing: people. You're missing the behavior of the people. You're missing the fact that people shift their attention all the time. They shifted their attention from newspapers to their phones. You got to get with that. They shifted their attentions from their doors. They don't want you knocking on their doors unless you were invited, even if you were their cousin, even if you were their family. They don't appreciate that. Does that mean knocking on doors doesn't work? I didn't say that. I just think it's going to work a lot less. No, I don't think. I know it works a lot less. That means you're going to burn a lot of energy, and there's a very high chance you will quit before you hit your first deal. So where is the attention? The attention is on the internet, not internet by way of laptop. That's even lower. Okay, because again, it continues to shift. It's on the phone, on the smart devices, on the smart handheld devices, aka smartphones. Okay, it's no more on your flip phones anymore either. Everything is evolving, and it's your responsibility as a business owner in this time and era to pay attention to that. If you don't pay attention to that, then you will start asking questions like, did motivated sellers dry up and evaporate? Why are direct mail not working anymore? Because they go into junk. Because most mail that come into people's houses and homes today are junk, including the yellow book, its very damn self. If anything I'm making sense to you makes sense, please make sure you give me at least one thumbs up before you leave. Okay, I'll really appreciate that. Okay. What if you don't have money to hire virtual assistants to call leads for you? I want to talk about that today as well too, because some of the gurus are teaching that, which is it's a very good, cool strategy. If you have the money to hire a few virtual assistants, you could get leads. You know, you could get motivated sellers. Sorry, you could get distressed homeowners. Okay, distressed homeowners. You could get those leads from let's see, myEmpirePRO. .com/Redec is what we use at the moment. Okay. Okay. You could get those leads you could get those leads from there. You could have virtual assistants cold calling them, right? Uh, if you can afford that, then you are left with only one choice. If you really want to use that strategy, you have to cold call yourself. But what if you hate cold calling yourself? I'm going to help you with that today. If you hate cold calling yourself, I do too. I don't like it. It's not really an activity I enjoy in business. Okay. I don't like calling strangers, even though, yeah, I do have an offer for them, which is simply, um, hey, I was your house at this address. Are you open to selling it? And I just wait for them to say yes or no. They are mostly no's. I don't like no's in my face like that too much. I take a lot of no's in my business. It just doesn't come in my face. Does that make sense? There's a lot of people that would jump on this video right now, and it's just not their cup of tea today. They're gonna say no and just click off. That's okay. All right. But the no is not in my face. I don't get to see it. Okay. That means I have a higher spirit always, and I can keep doing my business and I keep staying in profit because I will find mines, but I don't have to take so much no's to the point where I leave myself exposed to where my feelings, my emotions get wrapped up or get entangled in the situation, and then I quit on myself. And a lot of people worry why they quit, or they don't never realize that they already quit, right? They do the business 2 weeks and then they disappear for the next 2 months and then they try to pick it up again. You know why? Because you're not positioned for consistency. You're positioned in front of no's way too many times. You forget you're human like everybody else. Nobody likes no. right? There was a gentleman yesterday on Facebook. He posted something that he really thought it was being wise, and he was really talking to a bunch of people, and it was all kumbaya, and everything he was saying in his very content makes a lot of sense, but the context of it altogether didn't make any sense. It was actually a passive aggressive attack at another gentleman that was really that everyone actually benefited from in the past. And I could read all in between there, and I really went for him and I said, this is complete BS. You're making fun of another person's when they're down, another person's situation when they're down. And I came against him amongst about 300 likes on his page, right? And I came against that, and he didn't like that. And he replied me, and he has a bunch of people saying kudos, 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 right? He had a bunch of people saying that, but he didn't like the fact that I came against that. Nobody like rejection. We all don't like rejections, all of us, okay? If you have a human brain in your head, it doesn't matter how much of a scientist you think you are, right? We don't like rejection. So positioning your marketing in front of a place where you're going to get hit with the rejection in your face all the time as a person, like in your face, you can see it when it's happening in real time, right? It's a very, considering the fact that marketing is expensive, right? Time, your time is a lot more expensive than it ever used to be, right? Because before, whatever you learn how to do could have been $10 before. Now they pay you $20 because of inflation, right? So it's expensive, right? So you need to value your own time too. So you can't afford to position yourself in front of a situation where you're getting hit with rejections all the time. Okay, if you're looking at data, your analytics, and it looks like a video is not performing, that's okay. That's after the fact. That's not real time. Okay. If you see 1 or 2 views, perfect. You could just keep going because those 1 or 2 views. I used to be there. Okay. Heck, my views right now are not the, when you compare it to some other gurus out there, it's not the best views in the world, but I know how to monetize and take care of my people, knowing the resources that are at my disposal. Okay, I know the difference between money and time. Those are the only resources that you really have, right? There are other energies, yes, but as far as you can see what you can invest time, you can invest money, right? If there's one of them that you have luxury on it more than the gurus. And if you have luxury in one of the two, okay, you either have so much time or you have so much money. So either way, you have a even playing ground field for everybody, thanks to the people like Mark Zuckerberg and the boys of Google, right? or YouTube and all these people that created all this platform, or Amazon, right? Thanks to those guys, it's a even playing ground field for everybody. There's no excuses. You can't say, hey, it's only for the big boys. We can't operate here. The only way you will say that is if you're not paying attention. Okay? Right now, in my country of heritage, I was born in the United States, so my country of heritage is Nigeria, because that's where my parents are from, and that's what I identify with, right? Um, there's a running for a president. They're going to be doing an election coming 2019, right? The last 3 presidents won that space because of social media, because they don't need CNN anymore. They don't need Fox anymore. As a matter of fact, Trump keeps giving Fox the middle finger all the time, and people are not paying attention to that. Even Fox itself is not paying attention to that, right? NBC, it doesn't need all those things anymore. All it needs is those 160 characters. Okay, Twitter, that's all it needs. And guess what you have access to? You also have access to Twitter for free. Okay, so what do you really need? How can you apply this to your real estate business? I'm going to talk about all about that here today, because we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Google, right? And I'm literally advising you against against going to talk to people on I'm literally advising you right now against knocking on doors and driving for dollars, or any type of strategies that's manual labor, or that brings you in a position where you have to face rejection in your face. Because the only way to start to having a lot of deals and closing deals, right, and making money, the only way to make your next dollar, okay, is to take a lot of no's. You're going to get a lot of no's, okay? But you need to position yourself so that those no's are not necessarily in your face. They are no's to your business, they are no's to your brand, right? But they're not no's that you have to face in real time. You don't go to Starbucks and sit with people and do a presentation for them for 1 hour, only for them to come back and tell you no, right? That hurts. That's too much time you just burnt. And you could have predicted that, knowing that we're in this time and age where everybody have choices. Even if they're really buying into what you're selling them, they're still going to go to one place and do some more research. Have you ever heard that before? I need to do some research, right? Have you ever paid attention? You know where they're going to do the research? They're going to Google. Everybody does their research on Google, right? Let me show you what I'm talking about. If I'm trying to make money, if I want to buy a home, right? I want to go to Google and say buy a rental property in. You see that it's already auto suggesting in Florida for me, right? In in Newark, New Jersey. If I type that in, can I find you here? Right? Of course, I'm going to find Zillow, right? So if I'm going to find Zillow, if you're an agent, if you don't have a positioning on this page, then you're missing the point because this is where all the traffic is going. This is where your traffic has been, okay? You need to be positioned in front of traffic. Where do McDonald's and Burger King and all this platform, where do they position themselves? Think about it for a second. Where do they position themselves? They go where the traffic is. They don't go hide in the cul-de-sac in a dead end road, right? Even if the land is $0, they don't want that land because there's no money in that land. Does that make sense? They don't want there's no money in that land, so they don't want it because they're in business for the game. So if your audience are typically typing this into Google, you need to figure out what phrases, other phrases they are typing in. So here's an example. Buy a rental property in Newark, New Jersey. I'm giving you some tips right now. If you scroll to the bottom of this, you see some other things that they're typing in. Buy property in New Jersey. That's a phrase that somebody is typing in. Do you have content around this on the internet? Are you positioned? Is your brand positioned to capitalize on people that are searching for all these terms? So here, Google is actually giving you another tip sheet, right? A tip sheet right here. It says searches related to buy a rental property in Newark, New Jersey. Buy property in Newark, New Jersey. People type, of course, variations of all of this same keyword phrase, right? We call it keyword phrase. This is where your traffic is hiding. Now, I'm typing it on a laptop because I'm talking to you, but you could have done this. Most people are not doing this on a laptop. They're doing it on a phone. All right. So, in other words, whatever is popping up needs to be mobile responsive. Okay. Now, when I say rental property, LoopNet comes up here, right? And the beautiful thing about any of this platform, this is an ad. You see an ad right next to it. It's an ad. It's an ad, right? It's an ad. Also, these people are positioned, and none of these people are real estate agents. They're just big behemoths that have decided to capitalize on the next wave. But here's the thing you can figure out here, okay? If you go to some of this platform right here, you can find ways to collaborate with them, okay, and be exposed to this same type of traffic, okay? But look at Zillow right here. Investment property is another keyword phrase that you can target and you can capitalize on. You can create content both on YouTube and on both on both on YouTube and actually on what do you call it, on Google as well too. So if I go here into YouTube, this is YouTube, and I type that same keyword here, right? You can see that a few smart people already, not really, okay? These people are not really there's no content to target this. So I'm actually seeing this right now. I'm like, okay, what am I doing? I need to be targeting this because I could sell a bunch of rental property, cash flowing properties in Newark, Irvington, and East Orange, New Jersey. That's actually what I've done for the past, and I'm not positioned here. So there's so much. What that means to you that I know this stuff and I'm not even positioned here. It's an open marketplace for anybody. You could do this in your own city, right? You could dominate this whole page and you could have content that, oh, sorry, I'm actually here. Buy need dollars need. How much money do you need to buy a house in New Jersey? And this content, this title, is not even related to this because we have to optimize it. If I'm targeting this phrase and if that's what comes to me naturally first when I type this in, I need to have a content on here that will be ranking at the number one of this. But because there's no competition, everyone is trying to compete with letters. You could literally put a video here for free and you could be attracting. You could do that in multiple cities. You could be attracting the next people that are typing this into Google or into YouTube, into the search engines, right? Let me click on here. Let's go under here and click videos right under YouTube. Let's see what comes up. Here are some other places where you can position. And guess what? I'm right there showing at the last of the page too. It's showing at the last of the page because it's not really well optimized for that keyword phrase. Okay, that keyword I'm talking here is how much money do I need to buy a house in New Jersey? Let me just type that here. How much money do I need to buy a house in New Jersey? Guess what comes at number one? That video, right? That video. Now, here I'm giving you just an example. There's a couple of things I'm going to show you here. Okay, just so you know that it's a pretty cool strategy for you to learn. And even if you're going to outsource it, you should still learn it. Because if you're outsourcing something that you don't know, then you're gonna get robbed. Because there's a lot of people selling search engine optimization, aka the yellow books, that will not deliver. The yellow book was selling this for, see how many views? 2024, 26 likes, because I'm actually serving somebody's needs. Look at all the other keywords that this is ranking for. It's ranking at number one for all these other keyword phrases. How much money do I need, right? How to buy a house in New Jersey. Buy a house in New Jersey, number two. To buy a house in New Jersey. Buy a house in New Jersey. How to buy all this. All these are what people type in, and it's ranking number ones of them. So you want to learn this skill, okay? In your own city, you want to dominate the space where the traffic are heading. All the traffic are on the internet. You need to be there. The traffic, yeah, of course, your letters still land in their home, but you're competing with 25 other letters that shows up. Okay, you're cold calling people. When you cold call, have you noticed that those people are actually very cranky? And the first question they ask you when you cold call is that, are you a buyer? Are you the buyer? You know why? Because other realtors have called them during that day. Again, high competition. Okay, high competition, low attention. They're not giving you the attention is all of a sudden lower if a bunch of people are calling them that are not going to deliver. Okay, you may want to deliver, but the attention is lower. They're not paying attention to you anymore. That it devalues your call. The fact that too many people are calling them at the same day on the same time, it devalues your call. The fact that 25 other letters shows up with your letter devalues your letter. Okay, it devalues it both vertically and horizontally. That means there's a lower chance they will pick up your letter. That also means that they're tired of seeing those letters and they're going to end up in the junk. That also means that it means a lot of things. Okay, that means negative to your business. Okay, so all of this drive towards cost of marketing. Everything I've shared with you thus far drive towards the cost of marketing. Okay, the cost of marketing is just low. When you decide this 7 secrets I'm going to share with you right now. Okay, the cost of marketing is high when you stay stuck in old school. Because let me tell you another key thing here. Okay, the people that are charging you for marketing, if you go to the TV stations right now, you want to run an infomercial, they're still going to charge you a fortune. As a matter of fact, we could Google that right now. Okay, TV infomercial, TV infomercial, infomercial, right? TV infomercial. Okay, let me go to all. Okay, all right. So somebody is still selling the TV infomercial equipment here for $4.95. Okay, but yeah, that's what it looks like. Is that what it is? Maybe not. I'm not sure actually. But let me go here. TV infomercial, the cost. Let me just say cost. All right. So I needed this information, so I'm Googling it into real times in front of you. Okay. Entrepreneur estimates that producing a half hour infomercial can cost anywhere from 25 to $250,000, depending on the production values and the host or talent involved in the shoot. What they're saying, the minimum is $25,000. You do the math, okay? All right. So a lot of people, this same business module that you're trying to do right now, the way they capitalize on it heavy, using the same concept I'm going to share with you, the way they had to, or still have to if they're stuck in old school ways, is by spending at least $25,000 and as much as up to $250,000. Okay. For the sake of comparison, the average cost of producing a 30-second national TV, that's the national one. The infomercial one, the one with the one that you see a lot of local pastors on, and you see, right? This is the cost of doing it. Okay, it costs money. Now, the one with the local pastors, like the local zip code pastor, may not be as much, but it costs their money. Okay, it costs their money. So if I put this here and I say Comcast, okay, because Comcast did offer that. I don't know if they're still offering it. Comcast is going to go out of business, by the way. At least the way they know it works now. Advertising on cable TV. Let me see which one of this will be the best one to look at. Okay, so as you can see, I didn't pick the ad. Okay, I didn't pick the ad because when I see an ad, they have an agenda. All right, which is to sell me on something, and they typically don't have content like information, right? Let me see. This page is not loading fast enough, which is pretty bad. So anytime you hear another guru tell you like if it doesn't load fast, it won't rank. That's a lie because this one didn't load fast enough. But so here you go. Rates Monday through Friday cost $100 to $400 one time just to air that time. Okay, that means you air that time and that's it. Okay, all right. Depending on the time period, weekend rates $100 to $500 depending on the time period. Right, so it depends on what season as well too, because if the season is high demand, it's going to be higher cost. Right, this is just the very very local ones, right? The one that local churches will run and things like that. Typically people are still spending this money, by the way, and nobody's watching those shows. Okay, nobody's watching infomercial late at night anymore. They're on their phone, they're watching YouTube. Okay, that's where they are. Okay, that's where they are. They're watching YouTube because let me show you that they're watching YouTube. Let me show you another evidence. I'm going to Google this same keyword phrase, right, and show you. This is how you know they're watching YouTube 2024. Okay, view on that video alone, right, which is pretty low because my brand here attracts quality, not necessarily quantity. Okay, and you need to know where you fall in that category too. We'll talk about that later. Okay, it depends on the kind of market you're. Look at this, right? When I googled that, just googling that keyword phrase, this guy has 5.8 million views in just 5 years. Okay, you're not gonna get that kind of view on an infomercial. Why? Because the traffic is not on the TV any longer. That's really the point I've been making. Okay, the cost of marketing is still high because it it lags, right? Because still people still believe in it. The people that are buying it still believe in it, and also the people that are selling it. Sadly, most people that sell, they believe in their bull crap until it's too late, which is what causes things like 2008 and recessions. People keep believing in their same crap until it's too late. They keep believing they can keep tweaking it, whereas the only thing that's inevitable, the point I've been making so far, is change. The only thing that's inevitable is change. And everything I'm going to teach you here in this 7 secrets is designed not just to give you the newest thing, but also with respect to the fact that we know that things are going to change. Are we making sense, guys? I didn't grab a cup of water, by the way. Okay. Am I making sense, guys? Are we making sense here? Are we making sense? Let's see here. All right, so I'm going to give you an example right now. I just got let me see if I can use the same thing right here. I just got distracted because I'm looking at response to ads on Facebook. Okay, you can use the same thing in your business. So I offer this, right? Let's see if it pops up. First of all, I offer this on the internet, and this is my book, okay, which you can download for free at myEmpirePRO.com. By the way, make sure you go. If you're brand new here, make sure you get one of this, okay. This is one of the beautiful things about digital age marketing, okay. Digital age driven marketing, okay. Even if you're sending direct mailing, you don't tell them to call you because you're gonna just wash money away. The only thing I'm willing to test when it comes to direct mailing, and I haven't tested this, I'm being honest with you. The only thing I'm willing to test is send a letter where I'm asking people to go to a particular website to download my book. A book, it could be this book, New Jersey Real Estate Secret, right? Which is what I offer in order to build my buyers list, okay? But if for the people that I'm coaching, like you guys, my wholesalers, or offer Empire Lifestyle Secrets, because that's where I share the complete secrets step by step and exactly how to do it, right? For free, right? In the book. So make sure you get the book if you're, but I offer it and I advertise it because it helps me build my audience, because it's part of my audience that become clients, right? It's not all of them. A percentage becomes client lucratively in a way that I serve them, they become a success story, and I feed my family. Okay, so it's a win-win. Okay, one of the beautiful things that I wanted to point out about digital age marketing is that you really truly get to build a win-win platform. Okay, a win-win business. Look at this case in point. Okay, I'm offering this, right? When I said this, of course, a few people have kicked against this, which is normal. Okay, and say, "Oh yeah, I made my first deal on driving for dollars," right? Well, I'm kicking against this still because for an average person, it's not going to work. Okay, for 98.999, 99.99% people, driving for dollars is not going to close a deal. That's just facts. Okay, that leaves room for 0.001111 that will get lucky. Well, they just got lucky. That means it's not going to work. There's a very high chance it's not going to work again either. That means they don't really have a business. Okay. Now, if they get lucky enough, they can make 100 grand from that one deal. Kudos, kudos. But take it for somebody who have who have made $82,000 from one deal. You could finish that money in a heartbeat. Okay, especially if no deals is falling through after that. Okay, because there's something about when you close a deal like that, it start to feel like it's gonna happen like that over and over. It may not feel like that over and over again. Okay. All right. So here we go. So about 44 people have liked this. Okay. 14 people have shared 14 shares. Okay. And it's saying three comments, the three main comments, right? And I also engage. So I don't just leave this. I engage only with people that are interested in it. Okay. Again, getting faced with rejection in your face is not the best it's not the best position for you to be in. By the way, you can go find me, Ola Talks Abitogun, find the fan page and like it on Facebook. We have 258 likes here. It's a brand new page that I started for my personal brand. I do have another page if you want to find it, if you're really looking for my credibility and how do I qualify to teach you these things, right? This is something I've done in the past when I because I taught this same concept to network marketers. Some of them are still here because what I found is that the demographic of network marketing and real estate are very, very much interwoven because this is just entrepreneurs trying to figure things out. And sometimes they do real estate wholesaling. It didn't work out. Then they end up in network marketing because somebody promised them they're going to make $200,000 in the next 6 days. And then it didn't work out. And then they're back and forth in between. Most successful people in the game of either real estate wholesaling or network marketing, I've been in one of the other two. I've been in two of them at the same. So it's basically the same concept. And this is the what I'm about to teach you. The 7 secrets I'm going to review to you here is the reason why they struggled. They couldn't figure it out, or they figured it out, but they get distracted because of the fast, quick promises, right? So this one right here. Okay, and I'm going to show you a little discrepancy here, right? Over time, this is 48,000 likes. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to click on that. All right, it's 48,000 fans on this particular page right here. Okay, and we still push content through here. As you can see here, this content still has about 1,404 reach. Okay, within the past this week? Okay, just organically, right? 1,404, right? But this is the one that I'm pushing. Okay, this is the page that I'm pushing right now, which is the one that's generic enough for me to push any product I want to sell at any point in time, which is why I recommend your personal brand. Lead with your personal brand because you may decide tomorrow that you want to sell something different, right? For reasons that may not necessarily have to do with what you're selling. It may not be the fault of real estate. It may just be that you figured out that, wait, my passion is more in this other stuff. And if your passion is there, and you have the skills, by the way, you need the skills with your passion. Okay, if the passion is there and you have the skill, then it's just you will thrive better. Okay, because you have the leverage of your passion in it. Okay, but if you were to ask me, work ethics or passion is always work ethics. Okay, there are too many people with passion that are not making money in any of these games, either real estate wholesaling or network marketing. Oh, I love real estate, I love you, but they've never made a dime before. They have the passion for it. Passion is not good enough. You need the skills, which is why I'm sharing what I'm sharing with you here today. What we've been discussing, by the way, is giving the different angles. I talked about the problems: no leads, no deals, no money, people complaining. See these 7,647 reach in this past week. Okay, 226 engagement. This is the most important part that I pay attention to. How many people are engaging with me? This is what I care for. Okay, I don't care about the rest of them. It's always going to be a percentage majority that are not interested for whatever reason. It could be a timing issue. It could be the baby crawled in the room and they had to take care of the baby, and then that attention was gone for life. So you need to measure. You need to measure. That's why I call it the smart real estate wholesaling. It's smart. If you've never uh, if you've never seen that, it's called smart goals. Okay, if you've never seen that, I'm going to share that with you right now because it's a very, very important thing for you to know. Okay, the smart goal means specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So if you're marketing like you're marketing in 1960 and you're marketing in 2018, you're off. You're not timely. Okay, if you're driving for dollars and knocking on doors in 2018, your strategy is off time. It's not timely. Okay, if you're marketing to a bunch of people on social media and you're just posting plastering on your wall, and you know that they're your friends and cousins and families that are not really interested in real estate on there, your marketing message is not relevant. Look, I'm already marketing to relevant audience here, right? Wait, let me open that again. Let me just use this one, right? Okay, this one has one message. So the engagement here is pretty low, and that's something I should pay attention to. But let me use the one that I'm using actively right now that has a lot more engagement, right? Right. So the engagement, the 220, if you don't have, if I'm targeting people that are actually interested already, sorry, I gotta put business here. See that data, right? If I'm targeting people that are already interested here, and they're interested, and over 7,000 of them are still not, they find it irrelevant. Think about you that you're not even measuring. Okay, if I'm measuring and I'm tracking and I know who are targeted, right, but only 226 is actually engaging, right? Think about you that you're not even tracking, right? Chances are your marketing is very irrelevant. So when you go knock on doors, just random doors, not even knowing if they're going to need or want to sell their property ever, yeah, you may say, "I'll just get referrals or give them a card." Again, your marketing is not relevant. Okay, attainable. That means you need to focus on things that you can reach. Okay, do we know that you can reach millions of people now, or at least 7,000 people on the internet right now today without being the biggest guru in the world? Do we know that now? Yeah, we know that for a fact, because I am not Robert Kiyosaki. Okay, and I can reach 7,000 people in a week. Okay, so we know that what I'm teaching you here is attainable, it's doable. Okay, I just don't know if you're gonna work. It works, but if you're gonna do the work, what work am I talking about? I'm talking about 1 hour per day, one hour per day. Even in the beginning, your training is just 1 to 2 hours per week, really, for your during a training period. If you really want to learn and master this stuff, right? Plus, you learn as you're going. Okay, this is one of the beautiful things about digital marketing. It's evolving so fast. The only thing that's really doable is to learn as you're going. Okay, I'm still learning. Okay, I'm just teaching you what I already know right now, and I've found ways in the past 12 years right now to tell you some of the timeless things. So if it's timeless, it's also timely. That means it's independent of what times you live in, because we already factored in that you need to pay attention to where people's attentions are. Specific and measurable. That means you have to be able to track. You have to be able to track your responses, how people are responding. And when you send a letter out there to people sometimes will throw numbers out, right? People would just throw numbers out and tell you things like, "Oh yeah, have a 5% response rate." I was at a local event here. Again, I typically look at some of the gurus and I laugh, and because 99.99% of the time I don't, because it commands negativity. And I'm going to give you an example. Uh, Again, in a second, it's the same example I gave you earlier. When you attack people or their ideologies, it's kind of negative, even if you mean well, and people don't receive that well. It's the same reason why they don't like rejection. They don't like no's. We all don't like no's, and we don't like rejection. So when I see a guru saying something that's completely off, it takes me a lot to be able to respond. Like for example, there was this guy last week that decided to do a video on real estate wholesaling being a scam, and he was just saying a bunch of stuff that really didn't make any sense. He attacked the whole profession. Um, and I was like, I didn't take that well. So I was like, I did a whole video. You could go watch the video. Let me show you the video here. I did a whole video on that actually. Let me see. Real estate, real estate. So this is how you find it. That video, okay? After you finish done with this, reseller, wholesaling exposed. All right. So not only did I respond, okay, this is the video I'm talking about. You see, he's ranking at number 1 for that, but I'm ranking at number 3 because I responded to it by actually playing it and responding to every statement he had to say. It's really a cool content for you to watch if you're into real estate wholesaling. As you can see, 51 views since then. It was 2 weeks ago. 51 views on my channel is heavy. That's a lot, by the way, on my channel. Okay. So yeah, I pretty much dissected everything he said. It's 1 hour 17 minutes. His own video is actually only 13 minutes, just destroying the whole idea of real estate wholesaling. And he's a real estate agent, and he's a young boy, so he's hyped up on the money he's making. I've been through that, so millionaire by 24, so I've been through that, where you make some good money and then everything is, you feel invincible. So you feel the need to attack everything. That the truth is that experience is the best teacher in the world. And if you don't have experience, there's always going to be, you have a massive blind spot. Okay. That's a fact. Okay. There's a saying from in my country. They said, I'm going to say it in the language first and then I'm going to convert to English. Said, Tomodeba lasho juagbalagbalo koleni akisa juagbalagbalo. That means, sorry about that. That means if you have designer clothes and everything more than an experienced person, you cannot have rags more than the experienced person. Okay. So at the very minimum, they have a lot more rags. That means ratchet clothes, ripped up clothes more than you. They've been through worse than you at the very minimum. If anything, you should at least pay attention and learn from their experience that may have led to negative results, right? Even if you've had better results, you should pay attention to the negative results that they have. And in that sense, you must always stay humble. And you can't tell young kids that so something that a bunch of people like Robert Kiyosaki have endorsed, even Dave Ramsey, who is very tight on certain things. He has a video out there encouraging, yes, find deals for investors and you can make some money on that. That's wholesaling essentially. Right? And but I realized that look at this, 6,000 people are going to watch this. So I decided to respond to it just in case the 6,000 people. So those 51 people are probably suggested videos on the side of his video, right? So I decided to answer that video. So yeah, it takes me I don't do response videos a lot because it's also a form of attack on that person's ideology and it creates more negativity. So I try to avoid that in general. But I think it's a good content for you to watch. If you go watch it, all you have to do is Google real estate wholesaling exposed and you could go watch this after. And by the way, he has other good content, just because I follow him as a real estate agent and he creates good entertaining content as well too. So that's why I decided to so that's how I was able to figure out what he was saying, but I attacked it. So it was one out of about 1,000 times that I've chosen. There's another gentleman that I mentioned earlier, the one that said to attack another guy that's down right now, David Wood, if you know what I'm talking about. And he was saying like he was saying good things to him, but it was passive aggressively attacking him. So I don't respond a lot, just so you know. Okay. Plus, it's not the best use of my marketing time and dollars. Okay. So I'm closing all of this. I'm going back to the content right now. Okay. I was supposed to be done by now, but this is such a good content that I feel like it will give you a lot of perspective on how the direction of real estate wholesaling, because I truly do believe that real estate wholesaling is dead, at least the way you knew it. Okay. And if you want, sorry, you may this see I did 3 videos on this topic. Real estate wholesaling is dead. You should go watch all 3 videos as well. Okay, real estate wholesaling is dead. Okay, this one has 3,000 views. Okay, so it's good content. Okay, when you see 1,000 view on my content averages about 20 to 30 views. Okay, that's what my content here at this stage in my YouTube channel game, it averages 20 to 30. If you see 3,000 views, the content is really good. That's what that means. Okay, it resonates with people. So if you haven't seen them, go watch them. There are 3 of them. Real estate wholesaling is dead. Old school is dead. 3 steps. Okay, I share 3 steps here. Okay, that's going to give you perspective on what I'm sharing with you, and this 7 secrets I'm about to share with you will also help you in deciding the direction you should take this. And also pay attention to the fact that real estate wholesaling is just a business model. This is applicable in any business you're trying to run in the digital era. Okay, knocking on doors, driving for dollars, any type of manual activity is not going to be beneficial to you. Now, if you have money to pay virtual assistants to be cold calling, of course you're leveraging your time. That's perfectly fine. Okay, but chances are you're brand new and you don't have money to be flaunting around to see if a kid in Filipino is going to be able to make the right call, right? But that's a strategy that works. Virtual assistants, if you can afford it, okay? But even in that sense, you still need some elements of digital, because that's all digital. By the way, the fact that you can have a team in Philippines, right, and they can make calls, cold calls out for you, and you can now only talk to people that are interested in selling, and you could go to the appointments fast. That's all digital. Okay, that was all made possible because of the digital era. Okay, but those are the strategies that work in today, and the big gurus, they have the first dibs because they have the attention everywhere. They're calling, they having virtual assistant cold calling people, and they have presence on the internet, on YouTube, on Google, on Instagram, right? And all those things can, in 90 minutes per day, you can have all those things rolling, and you can face your other life. You can keep your 9 to 5 job until you actually replace the income. Unlike some people that have made mistake thinking they can drive for dollars, and then they go broke too early, right? So please position yourself properly here. So all you have to do is search for real estate wholesaling is dead on YouTube, and these 3 videos will pop up. This one, and wholesaling houses is dead. What next? There's a video here. I don't even know what they're talking about, but there's another. Okay, there's a wholesaling is dead series here, which is a playlist. Maybe you can just play the playlist. Okay, so that's that right there. Let me see. I thought it was 3 videos. Let me see. Let me try that again. Real estate wholesaling is dead. Yeah, this one and this one. So it's a total of about 4,000 views on that topic. Okay, the next one here, right here. There you go. The third one right here. This one has 204 views, but I will still. This one takes the time to go through a new lucrative loophole, which is what I'm going to share with you in the 7 secret right here. But if you watch these other 3 videos, it will really give you insight before you move another step forward in your real estate wholesaling business, in my opinion. Okay. All right. So let me see here. There was something I was going to check. Okay, I was going to type that into Google and see if it pops up. Yep, it pops right up on Google directly. Well, this two pops up right here. But if you click on videos, you'll see them here. So you can also Google it as well too. Okay, just wanted to check on that. So I'm closing these pages right now. We're going back to the content, and I'm going to share the 7 secrets with you. Okay, and why I think these are the smart way to run your business today, and it's timeless. Okay, it's timeless. Okay, let's see here. I'm closing this as well. Let's close that, and we're back here. All right, cool. So these are the names of the actual courses that I have in our membership that supports this, but I'm going to replace I'm not going to replace them. I'm just going to put in front of them. Okay, Spy Searcher. Okay, this is essentially know your market. Okay, so too many people assume they know the market, or they take a guru's word by their very word on face value. Like for example, I was saying the gurus came to a local meeting and said, "Hey, he's getting 5% response rate on a direct mail." I knew that was a lie instantly. It's a lie. Okay, how do I know it's a lie? Because I'm testing myself. Okay, and I know that the market attention is not on direct mail, and there's no possible way you're getting 5 calls out of 100 letters you send out. It's just not possible. It doesn't matter if the letter is yellow and all the text is written in red, and you say, but hey, even if you put you're going to be dead if you don't put this letter in front of that letter, even in which case you may attract lawsuits, right? But let's say you let's say you put that in there, right? Your letter is still not going to get 5% open rate or response rate for that matter, right? You know why? Because people's attention is not on their mailbox. That's number one. Some people don't even check their mailbox anymore because they already know it's junk mail. Everybody is going paperless. They give them the option to go paperless. They can see their bills online. They can sit it in front of text notifications or email notification in their email. Um, Hello, it makes no sense. So you need to know your market. That's the first step in knowing your market, right? But there's further steps into knowing your market. I did that example for you earlier, where I typed in the first idea that came to mind. When I typed in the first idea that came to mind, then Google suggested some other ideas for me. That was research. That was essentially one of the steps in my research that I teach on Spy Searcher. So you need to know your market. You need to know the phrases that they're typing into Google, into YouTube, and those are the things that's going to allow you to create the marketing message that's going to attract them to you. Okay, that's number one. Creating content is not enough, right? People need to know, like, and trust you. All right. People need to know, like, and trust you. We call it the KLT factor. KLT factor before they do business with you. All right. So maybe they don't even know you for real, for real. They don't really like you for real, for real. They don't really trust you for real, but they can just feel, just a feeling that they know, like, and trust you. And that's just as good as they know, like, and trust you. All right. How do you do that? All right. There's an engineering steps behind that. Right. And that's something we teach on Brand Authority. Okay. Now, Pro Studio. You want to create a video? How do you talk on a video? You're scared of talking on a video, right? Creating the creatives. Okay, let's call it the creatives. Okay, creating the creatives, right? So you want to talk on video, but you feel like, I'm just shy. I don't want to expose myself. I don't think I can talk on videos. Well, that's because you don't know there's a science to that. Okay, we're gonna teach you the science to that. Okay, so that way you can remove the factor of you don't like it, you don't like it. That's completely removed. There's a science to it. All you have to do is follow the step by step, and you can start creating your content. You can start talking the way I'm talking right now and create content around your very topic. Who are your target market? Right? Remember, know your market here. Who are your target market? We know it's motivated sellers, right? We know that, right? We also know is buyers. Okay, buyers. When I say buyers, everyone. Okay, not just cash buyers, not the guru cash buyers. Everyone, the mainstream. Anybody that will be interested in the cash flow income property in your city. Okay, that everyone. Okay, you treat them equally. Either they're buying the first property or they're buying 1,000 property already, right? They're all the same as far as you're concerned. It's just money that's going to end up in your account. Okay, so you need to know that market. What are these people typing into Google? Where are these people hanging out online? Well, they're not hanging out offline. And if they're hanging out offline, they definitely do that with their family, and they don't want you interrupting with some business talk. Okay, unless they're really, really that desperate, in which case they may even take an offense that you approach them in public. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story right now, real quick. Even as far back as 2005, I had my car at the time. My car was a Chrysler Concorde. So one of the signs that I had a sign on it that says "Stop Foreclosure," right? And there was this gentleman, one of the letters that I sent out at the time when it was working, right? Direct mail. And he called me and I said, yeah, another deal. Because typically when I go out, it's another deal. Okay. There's no such thing as, oh, they have options or they've been talking to this other person. Let me see. If you go show up to people's property right now, they're already talking to other people, you have another chance that they're not going to work with you. Okay. Or it's like they're interviewing you as opposed to you supposed to be interviewing them. Okay. You're in a very bad position. But anyway, I showed up to his property, and as soon as he was pulling, I was there too early. So he came in with his own van, and it was like, he just straight up told me, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to walk with you. I was like, why? You called me, right? Are you? And I mentioned his name. I forgot what his name. Are you Brian? Whatever his name was, right? I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't want to work with you. Why are you over here with a car that says "Stop Foreclosure" in front of my house, embarrassing me in front of my neighborhood? Uh, See, when people are in foreclosure, they're in a motivated position where they really need to get rid of their house. Your ideal client, essentially, they are typically embarrassed with the situation already, and they take an offense with every little thing that rubs them off the wrong way. They already losing, so they don't have to work with you. Okay, so in other words, you need to know these things. Okay, well, if it was the digital era, I would probably know those things now. I would probably know those things because I would see it in data. Google would probably tell me one way or the other, or the way they respond to my marketing, I'll be able to tell without me being faced with that rejection in my face after burning the car going to Plainfield, New Jersey. Yeah, that was actually Plainfield, New Jersey, right? After wasting my time going there, I would know that already because of the massive amount of data that's available today on how people respond. We already know that people are online, they're hanging out online. Bottom line is that he didn't have to be embarrassed. If you went to my website and it was opting in, he wouldn't be embarrassed. It would just be him, his private time on his own laptop or his own phone, filling out my form. Okay, so these are some of the things you want to pay attention to. So again, your market is motivated seller buyers, but what exactly are they? Where are they hanging out on social media? What are they typing in, and how can you target them? How can you take a list from Redx and actually target them on Facebook? Okay, how can you do that? Those are some of the things you learn in the insider. So that's called spy searcher, because you're being a spy. You're like it's intelligence, business intelligence. Okay, and that's why we call it spy searcher. Okay, creating the creatives. All right, how do you create the videos, the ads? How do you create creative that actually make people click? How do you test one against the other and pay it and just focus on the one that's converting the most? Right. All right, so dumb distribution. Creating creative and content is not good enough. Okay, it's not good enough. You need to distribute them. Okay, you need to do some of these things that will get them seeing 1,000 views, 2,000 views, or just your 20 average 30 views, which I get, and it's feeding my family. Okay, so distribution is something we'll cover. Distributing the content, distributing, distributing. So what business talks about business without talking about distribution, right? So I mean, like traditional real estate wholesaling, I guess. No wonder why it's not working anymore, because everybody's zoned in on that one strategy of manual labor, driving for dollars. Distribution will give you leverage, will give you options. You don't have to work with everybody to close your next deal. That's a delusion. That that's being delusional. Okay, but when you distribute creatives, the right people will pick up, and then you end up only talking to the right people only. Okay, you will end up only talking to the right people only. Okay, so perfectimizer, this is essentially optimization. Okay, so you're going to end up creating a few creatives more than you need. How do you know which one is converting to leads, to deals for you more than the others? Because some are just not going to perform, right? The only beauty here is that you don't have to waste your time driving around town for the next 3 months to figure out if it works or not. Okay, you're going to know in just you can know in the next one day if something is performing or not. Okay, and then you can turn it off. You can kill the losers. Okay, optimization, here we call it kill the losers and scale the winners. Okay, and this is usually the point where we start talking about some paid advertising too. A lot of people start paying money to Facebook prematurely in their business, without being positioned properly already. This is why this thing is really a seven secret. Okay, that's really what it is. Optimization, that's what we're talking about here. Optimizing by killing the loser and scaling the winners. That's why you're doing distribution of multiples, right? But how do you know which one? Because you're gonna kill the. How do you determine what's the loser, what's the winner, what's the frame of reference here, right? So there you have it. Optimization. Okay, cap converting. Okay, this is essentially list building. Gotta capture. Okay, you gotta capture. You gotta capture attention. You gotta capture attention. Okay, because attention is at all-time low. Okay, people have choices. Okay, people have choices. People can you can knock on their door. They can say, okay, let me do some research. They go on Google and they find me. Okay, they have options. So how do you capture their attention? Okay, in this digital age, and even the internet, as good as we think it is, as I know it is, it also creates a lot of skepticism. Okay, because there's a lot of bad people on the internet, just like in real life. Okay, so that creates skepticism. People have been burnt in the past. They bought products that never really delivered like they promised, right? So because of that, people are skeptical. So one of the beautiful thing about capturing attention is that you get to it's a continuity of service. Okay, without you having to pay money over and over for the attention. Okay, that's why you capture the attention, because if you didn't capture the attention and build your list, then you have to pay money every single time. Okay, and this is the part also that I call living connection. You create a living connection with them, as opposed to a dead connection, which is what's most traditional marketing was. Like that infomercial TV thing that I mentioned earlier. If that person watched that TV and they didn't take action, you just lost them for life. Now you have to pay another 25, no, another $400 next week for the same infomercial in order to get their attention. But with living connection, you may pay money or time one time, but you will capture the attention of the right people and you can continue to serve them. That's why I call continuity of service. Okay, I meant service here. Okay, are we making sense? That's the very reason. So how do you do your list building? And that's what Cap Converter covers. Okay, so the seventh secret. Okay, let me just number this right now so that you can know that I've just shared the seventh secret with you. Is that this is a survival of the fittest game. Okay, if you're waiting to close your first deal before you make money, you're gonna run out of money and time. Like most people, like 99% of people that try to do real estate wholesale. This is why you see some people say it doesn't work. Too many people are saturated, because they're trying to do it like everybody else is doing it. So it makes sense that it won't work for most people. That makes sense. Doesn't mean real estate wholesaling by itself has to be dead for you. It is dead for most people, but it doesn't have to be dead for you. Okay. It's a survival of the fittest. It's the people that can spend the most money and time marketing that will win. Okay, especially money. But in the beginning you may not have money, but you may have time. How do you convert that time to money and then being able to spend money? Is the people that can spend the most money that will get to win. How do you do that? Is by running what I call a funded proposal. Okay, funded proposal means you're still presenting a proposal, but the actual proposal itself is funded already. In other words, the very act of you marketing is already breaking even before you close a deal. How do you do that? How do you do that? That way you can perpetually, it's called perpetual marketing. Let me say that, okay? Perpetual marketing position, okay? You got to position yourself for perpetual marketing because it's the survival of the fittest. It's not about being running fast and making your 100 grand in the next 3 months. It's about being able to make 100 grand every month, maybe 2 years from now, 3 years from now. It's a survival. It's a marathon. Okay, it's a marathon, but it's at the same time speed, because success does love speed. Let's not be delusional about that. Success loves speed. Does that make sense? All right. So I'm getting some beeps here. Let me see if something that we need to pay attention to. We're getting some beeps over here. Let's go to Facebook. If it's publicly on Facebook, then you can see it. It's okay. Okay. By the way, make sure you add me as a friend on Facebook as well too. If you haven't done that, I still have less than 5,000 people on there. Let's see. It's probably response to people that are sucking on the guru kneecaps. They didn't like that I came for their gurus, so they're all in there. They didn't like that I came for the gurus. Let's see here. Uh Ed says, Hola man, sorry, I already bought that one. Ha, well, Ola, you're still my friend, even from Ohio. Yeah. Let me see. There's another one here. Uh the divide with any of us. Y'all giving the dude too much power in that regard. Yeah. Uh The way you represent it. Yeah, yeah. This is my friend too, by the way. It's a business partner, a friend. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We gotta stay. A lot of time people don't like when they defend their gurus and stuff like that. But it's high time you stop following gurus. Follow what makes sense to you. Build your own business. Build your own brand. Okay. I teach people to build their own brand. I don't teach people to go build somebody else's brand. If somebody else's brand is translates to mean a product that you can sell to make commission, that's perfectly fine. That's called affiliate marketing. But the fact that you have your own brand and you're backing it and endorsing it also makes it more powerful and makes it more easy for you to convert as well too. But anyway, these are the 7 secrets I share with you. So here's my offer for you. Okay, I don't have a big offer. Okay, I don't have a big offer. What I want you to, I do have these classes. If you want access to this it's a 6 weeks masterclass. This first 6 things right here is a 6 weeks masterclass that will pretty much make you one of the biggest survivor in this game. The game is going dead. It's just what it is. Okay. So if you want access to that, well, the only way to have access to, number one, if you're brand new here, you need to go and download this book. It's absolutely free. Okay. It's free. My Empire Pro Empire Lifestyle Secret. It's a book you need to read 10 to 15 times. Okay. Yes. It's not a book about my story, about my life, anything like that. Some stories in there to help me drive some points home. Yes, of course, I had to tell some stories, real stories about the business, but also this step-by-step stuff that will help you build your business. Also, you will have access to a 7-day free course about the idea of running a smart business. Okay, it's absolutely free. Okay, now if you want access to the classes and you're already inside already, you already have access to the book, feel free to reply to the email that you're going to get after you get this book. Okay, the email that comes with the book, you can reply, or just go find one of my emails, type my name into your Gmail. Okay, my name will come up in your Gmail. And then you reply to one of my emails and say, I want access to I want access to all 6 weeks masterclass, and then we can get going with that. Okay, does that make sense? Now, if you want a free coaching from me, I do offer a 30 minutes free coaching if that's what you want. Um, and you feel like you need that, and you know you're going to show up to the meeting, please don't book my time. If you're not going to show up, if you're not going to commit to the time, add it to your calendar. Please do not book it. You go to myEmpirePRO.com/5K jumpstart. Essentially, is how you can jumpstart your business to $5,000 per month. You go there, 5K jumpstart, myEmpirePRO.com/5K jumpstart. Let me put that here once and for all. Let's hide that here. myEmpirePRO.com/5K jumpstart. All right, that's it right there. Okay, so this will be free 30 minutes coaching. Let me put this properly. There you go. Free 30 minutes, 1-to-1 coaching. All right, so that's it right there. Write that down. You can rewind this video if you need to. myEmpirePRO.com/5K jumpstart. Free 30 minutes 1-to-1 coaching. And I don't want to put this because I don't want anybody that's not already on my list, that I don't have a living connection with already, to take this. I don't want that. So, but please, make sure you download the book first, okay? Because that at least will give you an idea of what you should expect in our coaching session. It will help you value the coaching session a lot more too. It's just the way it works. Okay, so yeah, that's what I have on this session here. Hopefully you really gain a lot from it. Okay, what I want you to do right now is I want you to go to YouTube. Right, I want you to go to YouTube. Right, I mean, you're already here on YouTube, right? The next thing I want you to do is you see this video. This is what we're on right now. I'm gonna try to pause it. I'm trying to open it right now. Okay, there you go. So this is the session. I'm gonna mute it because I don't want to be talking to myself. This is what we're doing right now, right? So here's what I want you to do, right? You see this button right here? I don't know if you're on a mobile phone. If you're on a mobile phone, then just look for your like button. I want you to click on it at least once, okay? Just do that. And I want you to scroll down, and I want you to also do this, okay? You see what I'm about to do right now? Right, I'm just about to, you don't have to do this by the way, but just click on this share button. Okay, you help me by doing that. You can share with a person that you know by email that you know will like it, or if you can't think of anyone, right, you could just click on Facebook or any of your favorite social media, right? And I'm actually going to share this to my wall right now, okay, to my fan page, right? And you want to just do that, right? And just post. Okay, so you do that, you do me a favor. And the last thing that you really want to do is I want to know what you think about this session. Okay, oh, somebody just like that. That's pretty cool. Thank you so much. Right. um so I want you to do me a favor. I want to know what your thoughts are about this session. Scroll down to the bottom, right, and comment. Okay, comment. Let me know what you're thinking. Right now, it's only the chat box if you're live with me. Okay, but once we're done with this video, I want you to go there and comment. I want to know what your thoughts are. Okay, if you have question, post that in there as well too. But that's really what I have for you today. See, we're inside of each other, watching the same video, right? I like to see a cascade like this. Let's see if it comes back. Right, there you go. You see the cascade of the same video going into each other, right? So let me close that. Let's go back to this. So this is this content for today. This is one of the best content, honestly, I think I've put together for you. Hopefully you really like it, and hopefully you've been enlightened and educated today. And don't forget, make sure you go here and get your free book, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now. Peace.